Hey, Dens. Remember when we had to push that piss-soaked mantlet up to the gates of Byron Castle? This smell is taking me back.
How could I forget? You've been stuck to my side ever since, like all these flies to their dung.
Hey, you're lucky. You found the only fly in the world capable of handling a sword and a crossbow.
Only the Emperor is allowed to walk the stones of the palace. Merciful. No lords to serve or warriors around you. Honor their work regardless.
Crucifixes are appearing because of what's happening.
What? You mean because of us? You get the strangest ideas, hombre.
Is this all that remains of the grandeur of the Greeks? Whiners and liars! We should have pillaged your city on the day we arrived, and never placed our trust in your emperor. Any last words, Captain?
Heretics! If not by my hand, the Lord will send more of his warriors to oust you from our land. Despicable worms.
Ah! Look who's here! Our two traitors! And thieves at that!
What? You dare call me a thief? Me?
Deflander, you are the one who betrayed the Byzantines' honor and plotted behind the backs of the Crusaders.
You've chosen the wrong side, boy. Good. That means we can finally settle this old grudge. Right now. Make your...
Ah, it broke. Pedazo de mierda.
You won't defeat me!
Let us liberate the fury of fire, Esteban!
I need your help, Rose. This one.
They shall die by our hands!
There's one nice thing I can cross off my list, Deflander. I've dreamt of seeing you eat dust.
Tatakios, listen to me. De Montferrat covets the relic the princess possesses. She's in grave danger, and you won't be able to protect her without our help.
You saved my life once again, but I do not trust you. Your words are a mask to your dark intentions.
Don't be ridiculous, Tatakios. Don't you see that de Montferrat is our enemy? Who knows what he's got up his sleeve for these relics?
We think he's going to use the crucifixion relics to carry out some kind of ritual of ascension. You must help us stop him, Tatakios. Lead us to the princess.
What guarantee do I have that you won't turn against me at your first advantage?
The word of a Templar. Our oaths are never sworn more than once.
I will trust you then. What choice do I have? I want to believe, in the name of the princess, that I will not come to regret this.
You won't, warrior.
Dent? Where did Deflander go?
He got away. Something tells me we haven't heard the last of him, Esteban.
We're almost there. Forward!
But still a lot of ground to cover regardless.
It stopped raining.
Die, invader!
Tell, my most valorous soldier, what happened? Speak!
Dr. Keels, I have never encountered such a monster. A man as powerful as he was evil, wielding fire as well as blades. I was no match for him.
And Theodora? Where is Princess Theodora?
I sent her to hide in the Augustean temple. No one will find her there.
Thank you, brave warrior. Rest in peace, knowing you have done all you could.
If the size of this door indicates what's lurking behind it, I'd rather not meet the beast.
No beast here, stranger. Only the might of an empire, and the sacred power of its holy people. The same nobility and ideals that you false Christians came to trample.
Lente, call me a false Christian one more time, and
Enough, both of you. We have better things to do than quarrel like this.
Princess Theodora, may God protect you until I can do so myself.
Hey, wait for me!
crucifixes are linked to the violence occurring here.
Like there's some kind of... maybe punishment.
Could they be...
Princess! Thank God you're safe. Princess? Mute or not, I see in your eyes the relief that my arrival is to you. They speak 1,000 words.
Princess, you have in your possession something of great importance. A holy relic of Christ. An object that is something like a crown. Please, can you point us in its direction?
You can trust him, Princess. The word of a Templar is his bond.
DeBale, I know you're in there.
Last time I heard that voice, it was fading away as he was being crushed by a huge column. Don't tell me.
DeBale, don't be a fool. We may yet find a way to come to a mutual agreement. Will you at least hear me?
Listen, Tatakios. Boniface no longer possesses any relics. Any threat he posed has been blunted. We need not fear going out to meet him. Boniface, you've lost everything, and yet you still persist. How can you call for an agreement when you have nothing to offer?
Nothing to offer? This will surprise you then. You see, while you struggled to find your princess, I worked to find what she hid. The crown of thorns.
Boniface, I see only a cross.
You fool. The crown fell to dust ages ago. Only its petrified thorns remain.
The crown of Christ! So that was the relic we were looking for.
Yes. To think, who would have thought anything of such a modest-looking relic? DeBale, you have been eager to learn of my motivations for a long time. I would like to introduce you to a friend. He is thrice your size and not much of a conversationalist, but I am sure you'll like him. After all, you've brought me the final piece of the puzzle I sought to solve. A direct servant of God. Yes, Debale. Witness the true power of the relics. Hell draws near. Of the unfathomed nether! You've been tiresome, Debale. Time to put an end to this.
You swine! She was an innocent girl! She didn't deserve this!
So, Debale, still not interested in reaching a mutual accord?
I will give you the relics! Free Esteban!
It seems you do know when to exercise discretion. Give me the relics. Now! Debale, I told you that you would like my friend. And I get the impression that he likes you too. I'll leave you to your fun now.
Esteban!
You saved my life again, Dez. I may never be able to get things square with you.
You've already done more than enough, Esteban, and there's more to come. I can't kill that thing on my own. Let's surround him, Esteban. Hit its legs, Esteban!
I'm a little too short to strike his head, hombre. Dens, I know those relics were very important to you. But thank you for saving my life again, amigo.
It's the least I could do. I know you would have done the same.
Lead the way, hombre. An old cobarde is probably waiting for us. If we can defeat his monsters, we should be able to take care of it too.
Haven't a moment to lose. Onfara has 3 relics now.
All we have to do is find our way to the Basilica, hombre.
Traitors! Light up with the enemy! In hell!
I must admit, I'm going to enjoy dealing with the Mounfara personally.
Yes. 2 of us will make him pay for his transgressions.
Maybe I'll crush him like his damn demon tried to do to me.
Lives he has taken. Montferrat's men will not go. Do whatever it takes to slow us down.
And justice will be served. Slow us down? Let's see how well they can slow down a crossbow bolt. Who knows what your father is now?
To Syria, Esteban.
I've even been to the Crack de Sevier. I've traveled more than just into me. I haven't spent my whole life stealing chickens from Spanish countryside, you know? Didn't I mention that already? the noise to slip into the basilica. You got it. Let's start by cleaning up the mess. That's perfect. I can't focus with all this noise. One more crucifix. How's that Templar situation, Dance?
All I can tell is that these things feed from the war and death surrounding them.
Well, if that's the case, they're not going to starve anytime soon.
If we survive, lead me there?
I will take you to the Croix de Chevalier, yes. But the survival part is more important. Why exactly would Boniface want to carry out the ritual here? It is a sacred place, so he won't be able to use the curse, right?
I'm finally starting to understand Esteban. He's trying to bring the power of hell to Earth. And to do that, he needs sacred ground. Somewhere that acts as a gateway between the plane of the divine and our world.
So what you're trying to say is that churches can work as some kind of portal?
That may be possible indeed, Esteban. Montferrat could bring an entire army of demons through a place like this. And all that, thanks to the power of the relics.
That's ridiculous. The relics of the crucifixion are pure. One would never be able to use them to do evil.
Just as God allows evil to exist in our world, so too are his relics neither good nor evil, Esteban. They simply act as a vessel to those who would desire to use them.
Hombre, the only reason I would use them would be to prevent my soul from roasting in hell for eternity.
Then let our blades rise from their sheaths, provided that they prevent de Montferrat from achieving his sinister ambitions.
You!
It's over, de Montferrat! Your army is all but ruined, and we have vanquished any men who would swear allegiance to you. Surrender yourself!
My army is in ruins, you say? Are you so sure of that? An army of mortal soldiers was far too fallible. My new legion shall leave only embers and desolation in their wake. With these relics, I am able to summon the most powerful demons to this world. All without relying on the curse. When I find him, I'll give my condolences to Jean.
One is no effortless task. But 3? And without the curse? This is impossible!
Do you remember our talk about warriors' honor, hombre?
Yes? What of it?
I think this would be the perfect time to forget all about it and find a way to escape.
Fortunately, I can't save them. We've got to find a way to defeat these things. We can't allow such monsters to have free reign in our world!
Madre de Dios! What a fight!
Stay strong, Esteban. Let's go, Esteban.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's get out of here. Leave this thing alive! Yet you're running away?
No, Esteban, I'm just improvising.
Oh, good! Let me know when you have a real plan!
Let's lead him to the Bosporus, Esteban. Going to need heavy weaponry to send this whore back to hell. Esteban, let's use the ballista to send this abomination back from whence it came.
After you, Dens!
The head! Aim for its head! Nice shot, my friend.
I couldn't agree more, hombre. Would you please be kind enough to drop us off on the other side?
Aye, but isn't your tunic a bit, off, Templar?
Well, I had to restore its nice red hue with what I had available at the time. If you catch my drift.
Ah, I think I see, yes. Forget I asked.
So Dens, our next stop is Syria, right?
Yes, Esteban. You guide me there.
Well, we have nothing left to do here, hombre. It's not like I've got any plans. Ah.
With Merciful turned loose, and Tatakios Lente slain, no one remained to organize the defenses of Constantinople. Wild with rage, the Crusaders pillaged, burnt, and massacred to their dark hearts' content. The city was sacked for 3 days straight, and vast quantities of priceless art and timeless texts were lost forever. The Crusaders committed many atrocities. They tore the jewels from chalices and overflowed them with sacred wine that fueled their drunken rampage. They broke down the altar of the Hagia Sophia and stole its ornaments. They brought pack mules into the churches to carry off the sacred vases, and they chipped silver and gold from the pulpits, the lecterns, and the doors. Greed consumed them. The Crusaders had sworn on their holy gospels to cross the Christian lands in peace. They had sworn they would never deviate from their path and would raise their weapons only against the Saracens. These oaths were trampled and corrupted with each act of barbarism they enacted. The crusade itself had been used as a political tool, a tool of greed and of death. It became an impious weapon, and it spilled innocent blood. After the seizure of Constantinople, the journey to Jerusalem was no longer feasible nor desired. De Montferrat was the natural choice to be crowned the new king, but he disappeared under mysterious circumstances, leaving the throne to his loyal right-hand man, Baudouin de Flandre, who was crowned Emperor of the Byzantine Empire May 16, 1204. He respected the agreements with the Venetians and offered them 3/8 of the empire. As for Dens and Esteban, they reached the opposite shore of the Bosporus and took the road to Syria, leaving behind the chaos and injustice. The Spaniard had already traveled in these distant lands, thus he led my son into the unknown. Their destination was Acroc de Xavier, now an antiquated fortress, the very same place where the tale of the Cursed Crusade began. Thus, Dens now continues his quest for redemption, turning to a page of history that I have not yet read.
That is the Croc de Xavier.
Yes. This fortress was erected by your Templar ancestors, and not even Saladin himself could take it by force of arms.
Not surprising. It's huge. Do you think he's still here?
There's only one way to find out.
Wait. There's an evil presence in this place. It's powerful.
Another one of your premonitions. Generally speaking, those are bad omens.
He summoned us to kill. Die!
This man is mad.
No, Dens. Look. Doesn't he remind you of anything? He looks like he's straight out of hell.
souls.
Really? We should consider ourselves lucky then. He makes it a point to come for us from Cursed.
Right. Can anyone be luckier than that? presence radiating from it the moment we arrived. That has to be the source.
I am not so sure I want to know what's inside. Maybe it's time to turn around, Vince. That's such a bad habit. Kill me? What the? This man is not dead. Is he some kind of demon?
No. He's only here to keep the portal open. This hole is nothing but a passageway. From hell, it's up to us to seal it. We have to purify it.
He asked us to, right? It smells like rotten cow anyway.
Hell's corruption is consumed. No came even this secret place. something else here. It's calling out
How do
to
we
me.
stop those infernal creatures from coming? What else could you be feeling?
I don't know what it is, but it is very close. Help me, friend.
A handkerchief? We came all this way for a handkerchief?
This is no simple handkerchief, Esteban. Not in a chest like this.
Then perhaps it is a holy handkerchief.
This handkerchief, as you keep calling it, is, if I'm right, the Shroud of Christ. The Holy Shroud itself. And it was most certainly my father who hid it here.
Then there's some sort of scroll inside the chest. Do you think it is perhaps a holy...
No, Esteban, it's just a scroll.
My dear son, if you are reading these words, you have undoubtedly followed in my footsteps to this place, as I had hoped you would. To have found it, you have truly become a worthy man. Even in your youth, your mother and I loved to point out how you exhibited the makings of a Templar. Unfortunately, the situation at hand is grave. I am writing you this message because I was not able to free our family from the Templar's curse. Know that I tried, tirelessly. The eternal warring between Crusader and Saracen made things no easier for me. But I will not make excuses. I am not one of those men of court, troubled by the slightest vexations. I have taken the road to the south again. Not the one to Jerusalem, no, but the road to a place that your mother longed to see with her own eyes. You know the place I am referring to, do you not? Take this relic, the Holy Shroud, and meet me there. I shall await your arrival. You must also beware of Boniface. That malefactor must never lay his hands on the relic. I entrust this task to you. The peace of Christ be with you, my son.
The place my mother used to dream of seeing. A feline with a man's face.
Is that the Sphinx of Giza? That's in Egypt.
Cairo. Yes.
Enz,
I'm listening, my friend.
you know you have a relic now. Maybe now you can finally undo the curse that has fallen upon your family.
Perhaps I could, yes. But beating the curse today would be pointless. Without my father, I'll never reclaim our land and castle. And the honor of my family would be soiled forever. You, Esteban, you have no reason to follow me any further. You have done deeds far greater than repaying any sort of blood debt. Take this relic, and with it, free your soul.
There's no time to waste, hombre. The road to Cairo will be long, and I won't let you savor killing all those demons on your own. What's worse, you know what happens when me and my lucky star are not around. You get yourself into trouble.
Ha! As if things are any different when you're around. This desert is going to kill us if we are not careful.
Fear not. Deserts, you know. I've traveled through my share of them. And this one doesn't scare El Señor Noviembre. Any more than the others, anyway.
The tactful Esteban has, in fact, not changed one bit. It seems the desert is not the only thing that may get us killed.
Boniface will never give up. He'll always be a step behind us. Or your father.
Well then, let's not drag this out, my friend. I can't let him find my father before we do.
The year is now 1204, in the month of May. I've hidden the relic that Boniface so desperately seeks inside the imposing walls of the Croix de Chevalier. Could he find it there? While in my heart I know that is a possibility, I can only pray he does not. The reason I hid it there was as a means to deliver it unto my son. I believe in Dens. I know he will not disappoint me. Alas, Boniface. He surely believes that I am still in possession of the relic. I know that he is ever stalking my shadow, and so time is of the essence. That is why I travel now not to Jerusalem, where he would know to look, but to Cairo, in hopes that I might finally reunite with my son.
My old friend, it has been such a long time.
Suddenly, I find myself wondering if perhaps I underestimated my old adversary. Boniface de Montferrat, is your crusade finished?
Not quite. I'm still missing a thing or two. You know of what I speak.
What I know is that you are no match for me.
You are no more than an old relic yourself, Jean de Bale. Your strength has waned since the days when we fought side by side.
I have lived well. I regret nothing.